Hi, this is Andreas over the Norwegian Viking, here with my first hobby vlog. I thought I was just going to start by introducing myself to the community. Some of you might know me from really early days grand tournaments. I was quite a few times in England, taking on some good places. I got second ones, won once, and did quite well for myself there until I stopped going when I had a kind of a hobby hiatus from World Rings. Some of you might know me from the GBHL page. I post there quite a bit, as well from the trade page. And from my Battle Companies videos, I know we have some watchers and subscribers from abroad, so you might know me from there. This will be one of my first videos in English, so yeah. As I said, my name is Andreas. I'm called many things on the internet. My GBHL handle might be the Norwegian Viking, because the guys have quite a hard time pronouncing my last name, Øvre. So you got it on tape this time, James and Jamie. And what I'm going to show you in these hobby vlogs is basically what I'm doing for battle companies, what I'm doing for armies. I'm going to do some painting, preferably on camera. If I can't do that, holding camera while painting is quite hard. So I'll try to do some progress reports, like the one you might have seen from Joachim on the same channel, or the stuff from James and Jamie. We're stealing quite a bit from the GBHL community. You might have seen, if you're a Norwegian or Scandinavian speaking person, you might have seen our news from the Ridmark, our Q&A show. Bit of a take on the Speak Friend in Question, or Light in the Dark from DCHL, as well as our Battle Company series, which Nils and Joachim are doing at the moment. We will also be starting our own season 2 of the Battle Company's campaign, which currently holds about 16 or 18 people. We're starting in a few weeks. So yeah, as I said, my name is Andreas. I've been gaming and painting models for the better part of whole my life. I'm 31 years old. I'm married. I have a child of 10. Although she lives with her mother in a town a few hours away, so I don't get to see her that much. But that leaves some time for the hobby as well. So yeah, I started gaming really when my mum got me the Hero Quest start box in Norwegian, as a matter of fact, for Christmas when I was 8. I believe it was 8 or 9, not completely sure. And I didn't have any friends that really did the hobby. I didn't really understand the rules. I painted the models, and the way I painted the first one, I still have it somewhere, was that I took the bottle of Goblin Green that came in the start set. I dipped the goblin inside, and I shook the paint off, and then I dipped it into the flesh wash. And I thought it looked really good, until 2 days later when the paint dried and the everything started to crackle. So that was my first painting experience, and I still remember it to this day. So I've been continuously doing projects ever since. Most people have like these hobby lulls, where they don't do anything for quite some time. Sorry about that. And really, I started Space Marines just after the Hero Quest thing. I painted models. I never gamed until I became about 10 or 11. Some of the kids in my class I found out were doing Warhammer. So I started Wood Elves in 95 or 96 when the army book came out, the big green army book. And I started collecting, still new to the game, still didn't quite understand the rules, but just enjoyed the hobby as much as I could. I started listing them a bit later, played some games in a local store, had great fun with that. Then when that was when the 5th edition came, and after that I started role-playing as well, and when 40k was in the late stages of the 2nd edition, I started gaming Space Marines. I started Imperial Fist Space Marines, the yellow ones, you might know them as, and yeah, those were great fun, and I still have a plan to finish the whole chapter before I'm 40. I might have revised that to 50, because I'm lagging a bit behind, and yeah, I've painted 4 companies so far. I have every single miniature I need for that, but it's really a matter of time, because as you might know, my main interest at the moment is the Hobbit SPG and Lord of the Rings strategy battle game as well. So yeah, that's my main interest at the moment. I'm painting some odd miniatures here and there, but really it's really these guys, Lord of the Rings miniatures. That is my bread and butter at the moment. As you might know, I started a community here in Norway to expand the interest of the Lord of the Rings, and that has worked quite well. So after I played 40k for a while, I entered the tournament scene, and I was a bit of a bastard. Really sorry for language. Or actually, I am a bastard. I didn't know my father, so I'm allowed to say that. I'm not. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I was in my early teens. I knew the rules in and out, and I used it quite a bit to my advantage. I wasn't fun to play with, and the general thing is that I attended a tournament, and people said, "Oh, there's Andreas. He's going to win. Nobody playing." So yeah, I got a bit of a reputation, and I stopped having fun. Still painted. I was down at the GW store in Oslo when they opened in 2001, and hang out as a regular there for quite a bit. So in 2003, I was offered a job on my birthday from the manager. And he thought it was a good thing to employ me as a full-time sales assistant, to make use of my my hobby enthusiasm, and I worked there until 2009. So I have a career in games workshop that spans about 11 years, I think, because I worked as a regular for 8 years. Then I held a sales assistant job, and I also sort of was a store assistant manager. It was a weird time when we didn't have a manager, so somebody had to step in. So yeah, I did a lot of projects, and started fantasy, more than 40k. Lord of the Rings was in its prime. I played numerous games. I attended all the grand tournaments I could, tournaments in Norway as well, and yeah, I really got the biggest chunk of my hobby life done there, I think. I collected everything. 40k was Space Marines. Fantasy, I had every single army, I think. Lord of the Rings, I bought every single miniature there was. And after a while I hit the glass ceiling, so to speak. I had to move to England to be promoted. Didn't really want that. I enjoy this weird small country we have, and of course the pay, because the pay is great here. Life standard is quite high. So yeah, and after that I found myself a new job working for the biggest Norwegian, or actually the Nordic's greatest electronics consumer store department. Sorry, Elkjøp. You might know it as Dixon's, because it is owned by Dixon's and Currys. So yeah, I'm working there as a brand goods manager, and everything that has got to do with TVs and audio, that's my bit. I still continue working on for GameStop as a so-called outrider. England don't have outriders, so you might not know them. For American listeners, you might know them, outriders as well. Netherlands has outriders, stuff like that. That basically what it was is volunteer work. You went to schools, to shops, to every single place that you might find potential hobby enthusiasts or hobbyists, and you basically introed them, intro paints and intro gaming, and basically show them what it's all about. And that was cool. You got paid in gift vouchers, so that was quite fun. After Games Day in 2011, they shut down the program and replaced it by the hobby trainers, part-time employees by Games Workshop, which were filling the exact same roles as the outriders, but they couldn't really do it in every country legally, having volunteer work, so they had to change it up. Continued on for that until the program was cut due to expenses. Don't know quite why, but it was a management decision, so yeah. And after that I didn't really see myself going into retail again for Games Group, so I stopped working for them, but I still enjoy the games quite a bit, as you might tell. And after that I basically played loads of fantasy, not Lord of the Rings that much, but yeah. And when I was asked to attend a tournament at the local Games Workshop store, when the new manager wanted to see if there could be something done with that, I met 5 people who I've never met before, playing a game I love. I really enjoy the game because I think it is a better game than every single game Games Workshop ever released, really. So I met some people. They hosted another tournament because the first one was successful. I met some more people, and some of those people I hadn't met before. So yeah, I started a Facebook group called Lord of the Rings Strategy Battle Game Norway, and got like 30 people subscribing to that page. And we just thought, what if we start a gaming club? And the reason for this is that Norway is quite supportive of the volunteer and hobby work. So basically what this means is that we get money from the government for every member of our gaming group under the age of 26. So, for instance, now we have about 30 members, 35 members, and about 70 to 80% of them are under the age of 26. So we get quite a bit chunk of cash from the government via an umbrella corporation called Hyperion. So they do everything for us. We just pay them about £5 per member, and they give us loads of cash back. And it's great. I don't believe many countries have this opportunity, but it is great. It is also democracy. So our gaming group is a democracy, and Hyperion, our umbrella corporation, is a democracy. So everything is quite cool. It learns young people about democracy and voting processes and stuff like that. They have academies for learning how to manage accounting, stuff like that. So it's really great living in Norway, being a hobbyist, if you know how to basically get money from your government doing things you love. It isn't unlimited cash, of course. It is a lump sum based on the number of members you have. And we're still young, so we started in November last year. So we haven't really got that much cash yet, but we have applied for a special lump sum to basically get terrain and a library of books. So we want to buy every single Lord of the Rings book. We also want to get about 10 to 12 gaming tables, about 6 to 8 basic ones, and some really outstanding tables for shows. We're attending our first really big con, SimRallyCon, here in the Easter, so we want to get some gaming tables until then. Hosted a few tournaments between, we were like, how many were we? 12 in Aachen, where I hurt my leg, as you might know, in June. Hosting a new tournament this fall, as well as on SimRallyCon we're hosting a tournament. So things are rolling, getting more and more people interested in your hobby, and battle companies is really the way to go, I think. Quick introduction, you get some models painted, you get love for the hobby, stuff like that. So this is really a quick introduction about me, and I know lots of people have asked about showcasing my hobby space and the armies I have. So I will do some army showcases later on, but I thought I would just pause here and grab my phone and show you where I'll work. Alright. So yeah, and we're back, and welcome to my home. This is where I live. My lovely living room. My wife popped out to town for a bit, so I get to show you my home. This is my cat, Muscat. Say hi to the camera. And my library of well, mostly Black Library books. Some other fancy literature. As you can see, I love penguins. Have loads of them. I really enjoy wrestling, so here's a few action figures. And yeah, I have a small like hobby space. I can do prepare work for models while I watch the TV with my wife, and sorting out some models for sale. My kitchen over here, some lovely cases I got from Mantis Creations, lovely miniatures cases, some terrain I got recently. So yeah, I love film, I love music, so I spend lots of time here. Here's a gaming table, by the way. But this is really the place I work. So just going to pause to open the shutters. So yeah, sorry about the mess. I'm not the most tidy person in the world, but this is my hobby room. I've got a few cabinets of miniatures, my Skaven army, some 40k models, some Lord of the Rings models here, an Empire army, and some other stuff. Got a paint station, which I actually rarely use anymore. Some unfinished projects on there. Got some books. This is my eBay shelf, where I basically have stuff I put on eBay for sale. My terrain and work supplies, and all the paints I actually need. Some various hobby projects. And the thing I'm working on now is some Mordor orcs and stuff from the Angmar list, thinking of them for the battle companies. So I've got every ring wraith named, some of the unnamed ones, the lovely unreleased miniatures here, and I have some terrain, some Danish buildings from foreground. I've put together before June. As well, I have my library of gaming books. So this is the 40k section, Forge Old, some old school Realm of Chaos books, the hardback Thankful series. My 8th edition Warhammer just went into the basement because I really don't need them after Age of Sigmar came out. the complete Lord of the Rings section, some more books I'm working on, some unfinished projects over here, some more stuff, X-Wing, my trophy rack with my treasure chest right here, role-playing books, and some of my Lord of the Rings miniatures. So here actually, what you see here is basically one of every single model released. There's another box behind us. But yeah, I basically have everything that's ever been put up by Games Workshop. And I have quite a bit of board games. And also Smaug, as you can see. So yeah, this is my hobby space. And just to show you, I just brought them out to show another friend. This is one of my prized possessions. This is an unreleased Boromir in armor without his shield. One of my really prized possessions. I have quite a bit of unreleased miniatures, but this is the rarest one I have. So yeah, some more ring rates, and yeah, as you can see, I like big projects. I really enjoy doing great projects. Yeah, everything is really filled out. Yeah, you can see my big box of dice right here. Spray cans, bases, so many bases, paints, trees, books, loot crates, more miniatures, graveyard I haven't finished yet. So I really just fill my life with hobby work. Really enjoy it. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this this small video with an introduction. I will be doing more hobby related stuff later. At the moment I'm really focusing on finishing my the filing and green stuffing of all these models, and after that I will start painting, and then I can show you some progress. So as ever, if you like the Battle Companies videos, if you like the hobby vlogs from me and Joachim, if you want to see more battle reports in English from the Norwegian community, please subscribe to our channel. And just to completely rip GBHL off, support your Hobbit hobby, and to my Norwegian fans, we have lots of money. Give some to Jamie Giblin in his Patreon page, so he can continue giving us the great product that has inspired me quite a bit. So I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day.